What is up, all my Living Time soldiers? How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing summer. I'm here of course on my Minecraft server, and pretty much it's TNCP. So I had several changes to it, of course, because I had to get new VPS. And that's all stuff that I don't want to explain to you guys because it's so complicated and stupid and it's boring. But I did build two buildings before. There was one there. But because I changed the VPS, I lost that progress, so I had to rebuild this entire build. Really what this video is about is both topics is relationship and managing to stay single. So it's kind of like a story time, and it's been a while since I've done a story time, so I thought, why not? Um, someone did say that I should probably try making another story time, so I did. I was like, heck, why not? So let's first talk about relationships. So I'm not really a good relationship person. As you can see, I'm not the most attractive bee in the pot. Let's just make that a saying from now on. Or the prettiest flower in the field. That's a better one. But it's honestly more of the fact that I don't get out much. I don't do lots of things. Here, hold on. There's a lot of things that I don't do these days. Besides going outside and making those friends, the type of friends that are popular in high school. I was more of that sit at the table where the misfits are at. And I have no problem with the misfits. I love hanging out with misfits, considering I am one myself. Why did I just go back here? But the point is, I knew a lot of the popular people. And they knew me, and I was known around the school pretty much as a weirdo, of course, because that was my plan my entire high school. All 4 years of my high school, from freshman year to senior year, I stayed being weird, and I loved it. I loved being very weird, and it kept, I loved being myself. Well, at least I thought it was. But the reason why I was so weird, a lot of you guys may not know it, but you can consider my life as a bully survivor, I guess, or a suicide survivor. I never really tried suicide, but I just didn't see the point in that. But what I mean is, like, because of bullying, I would always be self-conscious, and I would think that nobody would like me, so I would be weird. I would act weird, and you know, something else. I would be something else, and people would accept me eventually, and they did, and I made friends. But eventually, over the years past, I realized, hey, I need to grow up. So I stopped acting so weird, and I started acting a little more serious. But let's get back to the normal topic, which is relationships and managing to stay single. So my issue with relationships, never got out much, never really made friends with the popular people, and I never really flirted. I never, since all the relationship, I guess you can say, experiences that I've had never ended pretty well, where there were two occasions where I was getting catfished by these girls. I don't know why I'm not very attractive to have to catfish before, if that made sense. But I did get catfished. That's an experience that I don't ever want to happen again. Let's see, what are other reasons why my relationships don't go well? So either the girls find someone better, and when I say better, I mean with muscles, maybe a few tattoos, maybe an ear piercing here or there, better facial features, or just generally more attractive than me, maybe like a Justin Bieber looking type of guy, or like a Zayn type looking, I don't know. But the point is, the girls would eventually find someone that looked a lot better than me. So what I did at the point where I realized, relationships aren't really my thing. I'm not good at them. I can't supply the girls with gifts. I can't take them out. I don't have a car anymore, and I don't have a license. So what is the point? So I decided, let me try and stay single, and I did. I stayed single for about a year after relationships on and off, and seeing that a lot of them didn't work out. So I managed to stay single for my entire senior year, I can say that. And I liked it because I can focus on video games and I can focus on YouTube and I can focus on pretty much wasting my life away locked in my room, which is what I'm doing now, but that's not really what this video is about, is it? So, since I managed to do all that, I guess I felt lonely. At some point, which is right after I graduated high school, I started scrolling through Instagram as I always did. Would always see couples with, one of the two, which is the girl, of course, that I had a chance to date. And I guess, let me tell you one story. So, there's this one girl on Facebook and Instagram and whatever, and I don't quite remember how we met, but she was a looker, okay? She was quite a looker, but I'm pretty sure it was just a lot of makeup. Like, a lot of makeup. Like, her face looks flawless. And when I say flawless, it looks like she doesn't have a single zit on her face. Or wrinkle. Like, Jesus, her face is, I would put a picture in, but why would I do that? That's kind of a dick move. But, this girl, she and I would talk here and there. And it got to the point where we both were interested in dating. But, as knowing me, video games were more in the list than a girl, I guess. Or back at the I don't think it was the video games. I more think it was the thing where I have a lot of girl slash friends, girls that friends. There's not really a term for this word, or is it? Just friends that are girls. Yeah. So I had a lot of those, and I guess that bothered her because the thing with me, no matter how nice I am, the girl will think I'm flirting. No lie, I can be the nicest person ever and the girl will take it as flirting. You know how most girls say, oh, I'm not beautiful, right? That's the majority of girls, besides the ones that are super cocky about how they look. But a lot of the ones that are very genuinely pretty, and then they say that they are not pretty at all, and that's why their ex-boyfriend dumped them or whatever. And I say, of course you're pretty. What are you stupid? Are you blind? Get out of town. And they take that as flirting, and I'm just trying to be nice. There's honestly buttons. Well, oh Jesus Christ! Oh, Cameron got his pit back. Jesus. Anyway. The girls would genuinely think that I was flirting, and when I wasn't trying to flirt, I was just trying to be very, very nice, and that's who I am. I'm a very nice person. For the past about 6 years, I would be, I was that person that would help everyone in need, though, like, especially those people who have a rough life, who don't really like living anymore, and I want to be there and help them and make them smile every single day. That's the person who I was. Honestly, you guys don't know my backstory. Maybe if you guys tell me you guys want to know my life story and the reason why I am the way I am, or, there's a lot of things a lot of you guys don't know about me, which maybe if I tell you guys, you'll think less of me. I don't really want that, but if you guys want to know my history so you guys can, think of me differently, if you want, I will make a video on that, and it'll be, somewhat of a long video, but for the past 6 years, I would be a person that would always constantly text people who didn't want to be alive anymore, who didn't want to live. And because of that, about 20 to 30% of those girls ended up liking me. They ended up asking me, why don't you have a girlfriend? And it's like, well, look at me. I mean, I guess I used to say I was always ugly, but nowadays I respect myself. I say, hey, I look the way I look. I don't care. Screw off if you think I'm ugly. And I still try. I try to, I guess, well, actually, I don't try anymore. I don't try to flirt with girls. But I am genuinely nice. Yes. And a lot of those girls took it as flirting. But that was my relationship past and stuff. That's why I tried to stay as single as possible, and that's a lot of the times why the girls dumped me, because I had so many of those friends that liked me and posted me as their man crush Monday at some point, that my girlfriend, would just be like, you know what, no, you're cheating on me, I'm dumping you. And I would get dumped. But, you know, knowing me, how many times I've been dumped, I've just said, you know what, screw it. I don't care. I really didn't care. I didn't get too attached to girls as fast as I should have. But, you know, when I last with a girl long enough, I guess I can say the only relationships that lasted long was one of them. And that was 7 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days. And the reason why I remember that is because it was the longest one that I've ever had. And it's good to remember. But I want to make a new goal. I want to make it 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe even the rest of my life if I can meet a girl like that. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, relationships didn't fit me very well. That's why I stopped. And I got so off topic, I can tell. But let's see, where was I? I mean, let me stop playing the game and think. So, I think at the end of senior year, right after I graduated, I would start seeing these couples. And I would be like, shit, I could have had a chance with her. Oh, right. That girl that I was talking about the entire time. The one with the flawless face. She thought I was cheating on her. She thought I was flirting with other girls because I would call them beautiful because they needed to smile. They needed to feel like a princess because that's who they are. They are all princesses and they should be treated like them. And the girl thought, oh, you're flirting with other girls. I don't want to talk to you. You're a fuckboy. And I hated that. I hated that so much because I was genuinely trying. I was sincerely trying to be with this girl. Didn't work out, so I gave up with that. So like I was saying, at the end of senior year, I would see all these relationships and couples and all this stuff, and I would be like, shit, I missed that. I kind of really missed that. But the only problem is, I'm somewhat socially awkward. I'm a gamer, and the only thing I would talk about is video games or TV shows or, you know, not having a life. And with a girlfriend that doesn't like the same stuff as you, it's going to be very hard to keep up a conversation. I mean, sure, recently I've been on the phone with this girl that I dated at freshman year of high school. I'm not going to get too much into detail, considering she is now a freshman in high school, which it bothers me. Yes, it bothers me, because I didn't know this at the time. When I was I was an 8th grader, and I met this girl over Minecraft on the phone. And, you know, Minecraft Pocket Edition. And then that's how I met her. We became friends. I didn't know at the time how old she was. But her boyfriend at the time was a dick. And I would tell her, you can't let him treat you like this. And she stood up to him. And then she, you know, me and her started talking. We became close and close. And then eventually we dated. Eventually that ended. Yes. Because guess what? She found someone better. Because at the time, you know, when I was younger, I was very weird looking, I guess. And now she says I got attractive. I guess puberty hit me like a bus. I don't see it, but I mean, I guess here, if you guys, I will make a reaction video to my old video so you guys can hear me. And I'll react to a video where you guys can see me. God, it is hideous. You have no idea. But, you know, now that she's a freshman, it's 4 years. It's legal. I know that much. The Romeo and Juliet law is, you know, I'm fine with that. But, you know, in the past few days, I've been in a call with her from like midnight to 3 to 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning. And I'm catching feelings for this girl again. I mean, I've never stopped liking her. She is perfect. But she's been in a lot of relationships just as much as me. And a lot of the times it's just because I guess the guy isn't good enough. So that kind of makes me think, why am I good enough? Like, you're wasting your time on me. Why? But, you know, sorry for my nose being itchy. She says I'm better now, I guess. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I'm kind of somewhat glad that I get to talk to her again because I really did like this girl. And as much as I liked her before, where I thought she was pretty, she's fucking gorgeous now. Like, Jesus Christ. But, sorry, Jesus, lost my breath there. But that really isn't the point. The point is, my relationships, I broke that. I should probably go and fix that. I don't know what to say. I really don't. So let's get back to the topic. how I managed to stay single. Let's talk about that. I stopped talking to every girl. Besides Swimster Games on Minecraft, she has a boyfriend, and you know, I can't possibly flirt with her. That's wrong. Obviously, it's my friend's girlfriend. But I stopped talking to every possible girl. Sure, here and there, the girls text me on Instagram. They DM me, oh hey, and all this stuff. But eventually, I cut off the conversation, and I feel like a dick when I do that because I'm not that person. I'm not an ass, and I feel like a dick because there was this one girl who I guess liked me, and she liked talking to me, and I was that person again. I would call her beautiful because that's what she needed to hear. She had to hear that. That's what I had to tell her. It's not had, but she deserves to hear that. Every girl deserves to hear that they're beautiful and that they mean something because it's true. But I stopped talking to them. I cut them all off, and I just YouTube and video games and wasting my life away and sleeping all day. Nowadays, I've messed up my sleep schedule where if I go to sleep at 8 o'clock at night, I will wake up at midnight and stay up the rest of the night. Kind of what happened today. So, I've managed to do that, stay single and not talk to anyone, but I miss liking someone. I've never, honestly, let me tell you this, I've never held a girl. I have. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Wow, that made me look like a loser. Holy shit. I've held girls before, guys. I know a lot more than you guys think, and it's a lot more than I should know for my age, Jesus. Nowadays, everyone knows everything. People do things that they're not supposed to do, and that's just the way the world is, and that's the way I grew into it. But just get in here real quick so you guys can see all this that I did again. But yeah, I know a lot more than I'm supposed to, but I've held a lot more girls. This doesn't help me, does it? I don't seem any better. Okay, I've 3 girls I've physically held before, hugged, and called her mine. But most of my relationships have been online, and I hated that. I would always hate that. I wanted something different, and I wasn't gonna get it. I feel like I wasn't gonna get it unless I make a difference. And now that I'm of age and I'm getting a job, and my life is going to be different, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna make. The frick was that? I'm going to work my best to get to this girl that I'm talking to now, and I will get to her. I swear. But I guess relationships they've stopped being a priority for me, and now that I'm of age, pretty much a young adult, and I want a life. I want to do something besides sit on my ass all day and play video games. I want to go out more. I want to go to the mall. That's something I've never done. Have your parents ever dropped you off at the mall, left you there for an entire day, and when you called them, they would come pick you up? Yeah, I've never done that. I've never gone to the mall with friends with $400, $500 and went crazy. No, never. I like staying inside because I didn't see the point of being outside. Where I live, it isn't great. Philadelphia is not great. Okay, guys? Sure, city of brotherly love. There's a lot of bad things going on here. The world is getting racist and everything, and that makes it a lot more difficult for people to live their life. So I stayed inside more, and I didn't prioritize any relationship or social skills or anything like that, and I was fine with that. But I managed to stay single for a year, and I miss it now. And honestly, I regret wasting a year on video games because I could have had a job. I could have had a car. I recently is when I've gotten my life settled in. I've got my ID. I've got my not my license, not yet anyway, and bank account and all that stuff. And YouTube is like a mini hobby that pays me $20 a month if I even do it right. The point is, I would shut myself out from living, and that wasn't good. But now I miss it, and I guess I've pretty much ruined my life, my social life, besides online friends, which I'm perfectly fine for. We will meet one day. We're supposed to meet this summer, but there's, hectics. But guys, most of my relationships and friendships are online because you like what they like. You meet them on things you like, and you can you guys can talk normally. You guys can relate. That took me forever to say. You guys can relate, and that's what I want. I want friends or a girlfriend that I can relate with, and that's very hard to find, especially in the real world, considering most of the time when you try to get a loyal girlfriend nowadays, money's important. Having a car is important. Being popular is very important. And I'm not being stereotypical for every girl, but for those who do, you know who you are. You make it a lot harder for guys like me who are loyal and try to keep a girl happy to live life, to get a girlfriend, and I don't care, It doesn't bother me anymore. That's why I've refrained from getting a relationship. So that's pretty much that. I know that it was a very long video and you guys just heard me talking on and on, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully you did. Remember to leave a like. If you guys want to see more story time, I will make them. I promise you. My life is not interesting, so prepare for boringness. But there's other things I can talk about. Maybe topics you guys want me to talk about. Maybe tell me something and I'll tell you if I've experienced it. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Remember to leave a like down below. Comment below if you want to see more. Comment below a topic if you want me to talk about that specific topic. If you want to hear about my life, it's about something. In fact, my life story, I'll get that to you guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace out.